Thank you all for being here. Yogendra Yadav, clearly the protests haven't stopped. There was a sense about whether the farmers are really serious about pressing ahead with the MSP demand, and we saw in Lucknow that they appear to be still on the road. But is it, Yogendra, while clearly there is a serious concern about farmers realizing the support price, is it realistic to demand that it be legally enforced? How is that going to work?
Vasu, let me begin by saying that the Prime Minister's declaration is a very significant declaration. We have welcomed it, and we are not taking it lightly. We are not just jiddy for the sake of it. We are simply thank you for the first one. But right from the beginning, we have always raised a second demand. We've said to the Prime Minister, we don't want your gift. Please take away these three laws and instead give us what we really want, which is legal guarantee of MSP. I just want to clarify right in the beginning of this debate, what does that legal guarantee mean?
Yes.
Because the example you've given actually may not be the best way of ensuring that.
Okay.
Legal guarantee, to my mind, is the following. Number one, the government enacts a law that says, in principle, every farmer is entitled to receiving the minimum support price determined by the government.
Okay.
And the government takes the responsibility of doing that. Now, what is the way of doing it? The least sensible, and in some ways quite counterproductive way is the one that you mentioned. That you simply say, no one can trade it below MSP, it's the offense, we will put you in jail, and then do nothing. That is, of course, what happened in Maharashtra would happen everywhere. The entire trade would go underground. Right. Traders would shut their shutters and say, thank you very much, we don't want to trade.
Okay.
There are far better ways of doing it. MSP becomes a legal guarantee only and only when the government takes responsibility. There again, the most extreme form would be that the government should purchase all these 23 crops in their entirety. Right. That is not possible. Impossible. That is not desirable.
Okay.
You do with putting those things down.
So then how do you ensure it then?
There are four ways of doing it, Basu, just quickly. Number one, the existing procurement of the government can be enlarged from where it is right now, especially in the case of coarse grain, in the case of some dal. Both these can be included in PDS. This can be enlarged, number one. Number two, the very important mechanism is deficiency payment. Namely, you say, okay, I don't want to purchase. I'm a government. I can't possibly purchase and put things in go down. But if you receive less than this particular price, I will compensate you. Okay. Haryana government has recently experimented with that. The third method is that the government can intervene in the market and actually raise the price. This is selective intervention in the market to raise the price.
Okay.
Now, Swaraj Saab here, and he would know these are standard mechanisms used all over the world.
Right.
And the fourth mechanism is change the import and export policy so as to ensure that domestic prices don't fall.
Right.
If you use a mix of all these four,
right,
then the law can be made good. Otherwise, it won't work.
Okay. So when I cited the example that I cited, or the template of criminalizing it and penalizing those, was also because Yogendra, I have to tell you that we were actually calling farmers groups to understand how they thought that it should be enforced, and there does appear to be I'm not sure if confusion is the right word, but there appears to be a lack of clarity on how they would like it enforced. So you've had, you made some suggestions. Others appear to be suggesting to us some of what we carried, that you should make it kind of penal provision.
Fair enough, Vasu, because that confusion is very normal. What the farmer leaders are saying, look, I should get my price, and then they think of the easiest thing that comes to their mind. There are far more sophisticated ways of ensuring that farmers get it is doable.
Okay,
and it would cost about 50,000 crore rupees. I can even put a budget.
Okay, so you're saying that you can actually even put a budget, a number to it, 50,000 crore rupees.